Hey, what's up guys? It's Joe from GadgetryTech.com, and today we're reviewing the LucidSound LS10 headphones. This is the LS10X, which indicates it's meant for the Xbox. They have the LS10Ps, obviously for PlayStation. Both of them are mobile phones, and if your computer has a single audio connector for both headphone and microphone, you can use it on a computer or laptop as well. So with that being said, retail price of this is $59.99. It weighs only 9 ounces or roughly 255 grams. 50 millimeter drivers, full frequency response, 20 hertz all the way to 20,000 hertz rating, and of course, being an analog stereo headset, it supports stereo, Atmos, and Windows Sonic, as long as you activate it and have a license for that on your Xbox or computer, whatever is connected to that can support that. So with that being said, let's talk about the headset, because honestly, this isn't just a competitive headphone for $60. This is the benchmark, and I'm not saying that lightly. I can tell you, for people who review this thing or have purchased this and have provided their feedback, there's a common theme, and that's they sound amazing. For the money, for $60, they have an incredible sound. The bass is really good. It's very clear. It gets very loud. So there's pros and cons with this. Now, obviously, for $60, you're going to lose some features. There's no mixer, if you will, to plug into the controller. It's just a standard headphone jack connection to your controller. What that means is you can't crossfade the audio from your game chat to the game sound. However, with Xbox, for example, you can, if you go to the audio settings by pressing the little guide button and going all the way to the right, you can change your crossfade built into Xbox for the stereo output of the controller to choose your balance between chat and the game mix. You can even adjust your side tone to hear yourself speak. So even though the headset doesn't have that built in, it shouldn't. It's $60. Otherwise, it would sound like crap if it gave you those extra features, because something has to give. You can still get that. You just have to do it through the software. Now, one thing that's kind of cool about this is the microphone. It's actually a very high quality microphone, not only for sound, but the flexibility and adjustment. This is an adjustable boom. You can flip it up and bend it out of the way. You can push it back down, of course. But what's really cool about this, for $60, now remember, this is not powered. It's just connected to an analog connection through your controller. But because there's a little bit of power that comes from that, or a little bit of juice, if you will, like let's say millivolts, there's a tiny red LED at the top of the microphone. So it won't do anything right now, but when it's connected to your controller and it's getting some sound, if you tap this button, you'll see a dim red LED up top. It's just bright enough so when you're wearing it, you can see the top of the red out of your peripheral vision, so you know if you're muted. So basically, you have the volume knob on the left-hand side. You just rotate this little disc and then tap it to mute, tap again to unmute. Won't do any audio chimes or anything like that. It's all analog again, but I love that feature. There really aren't that many inexpensive headphones that will give you that kind of indication, at least visually. You either have to flick a switch on the wire or flip the microphone up or down if it's a flip to mute mic. So again, the big thing is though, guys, $60, it's the sound. If you're buying a headphone, chances are you're trying to up your game in some way. The only time you wouldn't be is if you're just forced to because you disturb those in your home and you don't want to be too loud. However, wearing a headphone is the way to go for gaming. It gives you a competitive edge. You can crank it and hear everything. Because of this having the vinyl, if you will, ear cup, there's a different material it's made out of, but it's essentially vinyl. There's an advantage to that with sound quality because it traps all the sound inside and it isolates other sounds, unwanted sounds outside of the headphone. It's going to give you a really rich sound and boost it even further versus a foam ear cup, which can breathe more. The downside of vinyl, of course, is because it doesn't breathe as much. Long gaming sessions, your ears might feel a little warm or you can get a little toasty because there's not really any air circulating in there. So you might have to do this once in a while. However, the padding on this is phenomenal. The ear cups have a ton of padding. The headband has a ton of padding. Honestly, this was the big shock. Usually on budget headphones, this is where they skimp. It's the build quality of the headband and it's the head pad on top. It's usually not that comfortable. Somehow, for $60, this sounds amazing. It looks good. This monochromatic look is awesome. They swivel, which means you can pack it in your bag. And the headband's very comfortable. Now, another nice thing about this is you actually have a detachable boom mic. Not only did I say how good that microphone was in sound quality, you can remove it altogether, and there's a built-in microphone as well. So if you want to go hands-free and travel with this and not use the boom or bring that with you, you can certainly do that. It even comes with a little plug inside the packaging to cover up the bottom of your ear cup if you don't want to see a hole there where the microphone came from. So enough talk. There's one thing I did. I actually recorded the microphone quality on this, both with the boom and the built-in microphone. I also recorded the microphone quality of a Turtle Beach $80 gaming headset, the XO1. I recorded the audio of my Astro A50's wireless headset. That's a $300 headset. So yeah, with that being said, we're gonna play that demo now so you can hear the difference in sound quality between them all, and I think you'll be surprised.
This is the integrated microphone on the LucidSound LS10X. This is the boom microphone on the LucidSound LS10X. This is the microphone on the Turtle Beach XO1. This is the Astro A50 Gen 4 wireless headset. This is the boom microphone on the LucidSound LS10X. This is the Blue Yeti USB microphone.
All right, so there you go. That's the proof. The microphone on this thing is absolutely ridiculous. And I even threw in a recording clip from a Blue Yeti microphone, which is our studio mic I use for live streaming and other voiceovers and stuff like that. So with that being said, it's a $60 headphone. Keep that in mind. It looks good. It sounds absolutely ridiculous in a good way. And the microphone doesn't let it down either. So if you're using this for live streaming, you just want to sound good when you talk to your buddies online, whatever it may be, and you have a budget, this is $60 without sacrificing any on the audio. And again, the big surprise is it's super comfortable. Regardless of the size of your head, you can stretch this out and it'll fit a pretty large head. And when it's shrunk all the way down, it'll work really well. Also, it can get pretty small, as you can see. I do like that it turns and folds flat, so if you want to travel with it, you can. The cord that plugs into the controller is not detachable. That's the only thing that's not detachable. A surprise detachable plate is on each side. There's this little magnetic covers. So if you want to customize this, I suppose you could just spray paint the outside of this and snap it back on if you want to have a custom looking headphone. I haven't seen any third party or I guess different ones you can buy through LucidSound online. However, you can pop them off for whatever reason it may be. But yeah, 60 bucks, guys. This is the benchmark. I know I said it in the beginning. This is super comfortable, it sounds really good, and it's very affordable. I really don't know of any headphone under $60 or even $70 that's gonna give you that full package. Again, the only drawback is it doesn't have a mixer to change the game audio versus your chat and mix if you're using it for both sources at the same time. However, no headphones in this price range do. You have to spend at least $20 more to add that feature. But yeah, for what it's designed for, absolutely blew me away. The sound quality is phenomenal. I hope you guys liked this review. Thank you so much for checking it out. If you have any questions, shoot me a comment below. And if you liked it, please click like and subscribe because we have a lot more content coming out. I have the LS10X headset review coming out next. And there's a new headset from Lucid. I think it's the LS50X or LS150X or both. They have some changing happening with that model, but that's their premium one that starts at $250 and that gives you Bluetooth as well. So really looking forward to covering that. Anyway, thanks again, guys, and I'll see you next time.